Good morning, all. I just wanted to check in. It's been a little bit of time since I think we've checked in and you've seen my face rather than just some brief announcements about exams coming up. So I wanted to just touch base because we are now well over the hump of the midpoint of the semester. So I just wanted to keep tabs on some things that we need to keep in mind, kind of where we are, where we're going, and just give you some generalized updates. So again, I want to pull up the syllabus. And or I should say, right before spring break, you guys completed exam two. Overall, across all of the courses, it seems like everybody's doing really, really well. I'm just getting some minimal kind of pushback from some of the latest chapters that you guys are completing for your 10 and 11. I'll talk about that quickly here just a second. But again, just to give you kind of a highlight of where we are, right? Exam two is the midpoint of the semester. So if you are currently not satisfied with your grade, if you are finding you're behind, or if you're finding that, I just can't seem to find a schedule that works for me, if you're finding that, man, I'm studying for these exams, but it's just not working, I'm not getting the grade that I really want, please make sure that we find time, right? As inside of the modules here, right? You can meet with me. You can meet with me here. You can click on the home page, right? And just scroll down. You can find a link here. And again, this will schedule time with you and me to meet virtually, right? So this would be just like I'm speaking to you now. So there's no need to, worry about like, oh, I'm not going to be able to come and meet you on campus. If you happen to be on campus, those office hours that are through the Calendly link are also for other courses as well. Those are my office hours, whether virtual or face-to-face. And so when you book time via the Calendly link, that actually is helpful even if you want to see me face-to-face, because it'll block that time off in which I have to tell other students or other individuals, hey, I've got time, I'm going to meet with a student. Again, if this time does not work for you, please just email me and say, hey, Dr. Varga, I would really like to meet with you, but unfortunately, your office hour time is just not a really great time for me to meet. Can we meet, X, Y, or Z? And absolutely, I can accommodate, for the most part, whatever time that works best for you. So to go back to, again, just where we are finishing up your module 10, right? And what you're going to notice is that for your homework for chapter 10, and for some of you that have went ahead and actually started chapter 11, which is great, there's no rush. But with that being said, sometimes I have homework assignments that are put for you guys where you have to fill in the blank. If there's ever a homework assignment where you have to fill in your own text versus just selecting an option, that requires me to read what you have put, and it is going to require me to manually grade your response. When that happens, there will not be a grade populated in the grade book for you, right? Until I grade those physical responses, right? It would just be like you taking an exam in class, and then you would have to wait for me to grade them, right? To be able to see your grade upload into the Canvas shell. It's the same exact thing. So I just want to say that just as a, please don't panic. You absolutely will receive a grade. It's just I'm waiting for all of the assignments to close for the due date, and then I will turn around and I will go ahead and give you a grade for those assignments. So with that also being said, I want to remind you that I'm giving you a break for lab this week. So you will not have any lab due on Saturday, or Sunday, I should say. So, again, take that time. Maybe you want to make sure, maybe you want to get ahead for next week. So again, if you are scheduling, or if you're finding you're slipping, or if you're finding that things are kind of falling behind a little bit, this may be a great opportunity for you to pause and say, okay, can I get a jump start and really turn the corner for exams 3 and exam 4, where maybe I would have, been saving that time to do the lab, and that would have taken me an hour to do. Maybe instead this time I'm going to turn around, I'm going to start reading chapter 11, right? I'm going to get a head start so that by Wednesday, or by Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm doing the smart book. By, Thursday, Wednesday, I'm completing the homework, and the quiz. And maybe, by Saturday, I'm getting a head start, right? Because again, all of this is already open for you. You can complete it whenever you want, aside from the exams. But you can work as far ahead as you want in this. So if it's going to be beneficial for you to get ahead because you're finding, oh, I usually do my homework or I do my quizzes on Friday nights, but I'm also working on Fridays, so I'm pretty exhausted by the time I come home. Again, having no lab due this coming weekend might be a really good time for you to just sort of catch up, right? That's why I put this little break for you guys in there. So again, please use that. The last thing I want to touch base on, again, if you are finding that you are a little bit behind, what do I have for you? Again, I have success for the class, things that students have said in the past, but most importantly, and again, it's not that you have to do this, but I have found things that are helpful for students. And this is the feedback I've been getting over the 8 years I've been teaching this class. And every year I am looking at what you guys give me as feedback and I'm making adjustments, right? Because I'm not seeing students face to face, because I'm not seeing you in class every day or every week, right? What you guys give me as feedback, what you guys tell me via email, what you guys give me through sometimes even just the notes in the assignments that you do. I'm picking up little bits and pieces of things for modification, right? And so again, this is what I have found works for students from the feedback I've gotten from students. So again, schedule for non-exam weeks and schedule for exam weeks. So this is there for you. I want to see you be successful. I have these resources. And most importantly, the biggest resource is me, right? I can come, we can meet, we can figure out, I can ask you about study habits. I can ask you about timelines. I can ask you about preparation for things. So all of this is important, right? All of this is things that you should be considering. But if you are doing great and overall, it seems like across all the sections, you guys are doing pretty A-okay. You found your rhythm, you found your groove. But if you are finding that you're struggling, we can still talk, we can still discuss. We still have 2 more major exams to hopefully get you to that C level, right? Because you need to have a C in order to receive the credit of being core complete. If this is a core class for you that you are checking off, right? This is going to be important. So remember, you have to obtain a C in this class in order to say, yep, I have passed it and I have moved on. D's or F's, unfortunately, you aren't going to be core complete and you won't receive the credit that you need to be able to pass on. So all that to say, please come see me. Please come talk to me. Just a little check-in and a hello, how you doing? And again, I know that we've got our presentations coming up soon. I am gearing up to start talking about those very shortly with an added due date, just again to give you guys extra points if needed and also bring up your awareness around this project. So again, we'll start to be shifting away from labs. Your labs will end earlier, right? And then you'll have some time to be able to work on your video presentations. That will be the last major component of the course to be complete. Okay, so that is everything. If you have any questions at all, please come find time to see me and we can work out and I promise you we can find a solution. Okay, take care. Hello and happy Wednesday, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.